Welcome to the Success Library. Thanks for joining. Drop a comment, share your thoughts, and let us know which book you'd love to see next.
When you're exhausted, when your body's screaming to stop, when your brain is telling you to quit, you don't need motivation. You need proof that you've already survived worse. David Goggins found a way to store that proof. He called it the cookie jar, a mental vault of past pain, past victories, and impossible moments that he overcame. And every time life tried to break him, he reached into the jar and pulled out power. In this episode, you'll learn how to build your own cookie jar and use it to push through anything. Chapter 1. The Day the Jar Was Born. During his infamous 100-mile ultramarathon, where his body was shutting down, his legs were broken, and his feet were literally falling apart, Goggins reached the darkest point of his life. He sat on the curb, peeing blood, unable to move. But instead of quitting, he did something different. He started remembering the time he went through Hell Week 3 times, the moment he dropped 100 pounds in 3 months, the abuse he overcame as a child, the rejection, the failure, the hate, everything he'd survived. That's when he realized, I've already been through worse. I can survive this too. And that's when the cookie jar was born. Chapter 2. What is the cookie jar? It's a mental toolkit. Each cookie is a painful memory that you overcame. It might be a race you finished when everyone doubted you, a breakup that nearly destroyed you, a childhood full of trauma, a fear you stared down and beat. The cookie jar is where you store every one of those moments. Because when things get hard, you don't need theory. You need reminders of who the hell you are. Chapter 3. Why the jar works. Here's the truth. When you're tired, afraid, or doubting yourself, your brain forgets how strong you are. It wants to shut down, play safe, and keep you comfortable. But the cookie jar overrides the governor. It pulls your mind back into reality, not the soft version of yourself, but the warrior version that survived hell. It says, you've done hard things. You've been here before. You didn't quit then. Don't quit now. Chapter 4. What's in Goggins' jar? Goggins' jar is full of some of the most savage moments of his life. Running 100+ miles with broken feet, being told he'd never be a Navy SEAL, and becoming one anyway. Growing up in an abusive household and still choosing discipline. Failing again and again and still showing up. Every single cookie is tied to pain, and that's what makes them powerful, because pain becomes proof. Chapter 5. How to build your own cookie jar. Here's how to make one that actually works. 1. List every hard thing you've survived. Dig deep. It could be emotional, physical, spiritual. If you lived through it, it counts. 2. Write down the victory. Don't just say, broke up with toxic person. Say, I left a toxic relationship and rebuilt myself stronger. 3. Describe the feeling. How did you feel before? During? After? Capture the fear and the triumph. 4. Revisit the jar often. Use it before workouts, before interviews. When life hits you, make the cookies easy to access. The more you reach into the jar, the faster your confidence grows. Chapter 6. Turn pain into power. Most people run from pain. Goggins runs toward it, because every ounce of pain is another cookie. It's not about being fearless. It's about remembering that fear never stopped you before. When your legs are shaking and your spirit is fading, and you think you've got nothing left, that's when you dig into the jar. Because confidence isn't built by winning. It's built by remembering that you've already bled and you didn't die. Chapter 7. The jar builds identity. This isn't just motivation. The cookie jar changes who you believe you are. Every time you remind yourself of your pain, you rewrite your story. From victim to survivor. From weak to warrior. From doubter to believer. Goggins didn't become Goggins by accident. He became Goggins by keeping track of the fire that shaped him. And that fire lives inside your jar, too. Chapter 8. Start now. Store the next one. Here's your challenge. Tonight, write down 3 cookies from your life. Moments when you refused to give up. Times when life beat you down and you got back up anyway. Because life will hit again. And when it does, you'll be ready. Not with a fake quote. Not with a YouTube hype video. But with your own past victories. Your own truth. Episode we covered the origin of the cookie jar, how pain becomes power, why you must remember your past wins, how to build your personal cookie jar, how it rewires your self-belief.